Good morning. Welcome to morning meditation. I am Annessa Morrison and I'm glad you're here. Now, today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, one of my favorite things to do, and something that as an artist I've been set up to do my whole life. And that is to craft a visualization. Everyone has some idea in their mind what they don't want. And it usually takes you to go to a place that you do want. You have to spend time looking at it. You have things online all over the place, hotels, other people's homes, things that you have in your home, things that set up little bits and pieces of an absolute overall perfect, whether it has to do with where you're going to live, what part of the country you're going to be in, what kind of work you're going to be doing, how you want a relationship to turn out, whether it's romantic or whether it has to do with family. So, the way to put out into the universe what you want so that it can do that little swirly around and make something happen is to use the power of visualization. Now, whether it comes across as color or black and white in your mind doesn't matter. What does matter is that every part and parcel is something you have chosen that you want. I spent time walking around my retreat center this morning. It was awesome. And yes, it was all in my head. And I could see it, and I could smell the grass. And I could feel the atmosphere of the people working before the guests got up. I could see myself in a classroom talking to these wonderful faces, some of which were following and some of which were having a hard time getting there. But the reason to teach is not just for the people who are ready to accept, but for the people who have shown up who want to accept. I saw the studios, I saw the Resurrection Center, I saw the Rage Room, I saw the open air pavilions for guest speakers, I went along the sound hike, I saw the yoga pavilion with the speakers for singing yoga, and I saw the trees and I felt the breeze and I felt people all over the place, a little bit dialed down from the world, just a notch, to be able to be in a place for a period of time that is a way that is not totally superficially based, that cares about the health in your brain. And the health in your brain leads so much of what happens in your life. So a visualization, first you start off with where. And then you put the buildings on there. Then you put the people in. And then you landscape it. And then you add the smells. I hope for an organic or sustainable farm to be attached to my retreat center. So some of that smell, but some of the cooking from the culinary artists as well. And some of the chlorine from the pool. And the water from the fountains. And then you feel the air. And you place yourself emotionally in this place and you move around. And every time you turn the corner, you give it a moment so that you can fill in the details. I turned the corner. This is where I plan on the spa being. And over here is the Holistic Treatment Center. And what do the front of those buildings look like? I see a couple of those really tall pots and foliage everywhere, green growing stuff. And I can feel the sunlight come through the leaves. In the early morning, a slight touch of moisture in the air, not enough you'd even recognize it, and certainly not enough to kill people's hairdo. I see it, and I can walk around, and I can stop, and I can talk to people, and I'm so glad that you joined us. How are you doing? How is your vacation working out? Are you experiencing all of the things that we have to offer, and how can we help you do that? And I can feel that person's hand in my hand. Oh, it's such a good place to be. It really, really, really is. And your dream and your goal is a beautiful, wonderful place to be also. If you fill in a detail that does not, it feels like, oh, that's real. It's probably not the right detail to have in there. It all feels real to your body, to your mind, to your energy, to your fascia. So if there's a piece in there about an angry client, is it going to happen? Yeah, probably. But why would I put that in my visualization? I'm certainly not wanting to attract that. So it don't go in there. I don't need to attract those kind of things. Those kind of things come with being a business owner. Those kind of things come with engaging with people. And life lived well comes with engaging with people. For almost everyone. I'm sure there's exceptions to the rules, there always are. But a visualization is a wonderful place to take yourself. So this morning we're going to open up the stage for you to craft your visualization in a small amount of time. But I suggest that you go in often. Do it 2-3 times a week. Schedule 15 minutes to pop into the visualization of your ideal life. And walk around, talk to people, and enjoy yourself, and take a dip in the pool, whatever it is that's going on. Be there, be present, feel the water coming off your face as you reach and breathe. So we're going to start off in our third eye. Yes, this is the way that we connect to our abilities mentally beyond the normal stuff, where we feel other people, where we see auras, where we get divine messages. And it's also where we create the picture of the future. Let's start off here. Feel the energy. It's beautiful indigo blue. It's just nummy, nummy, nummy. Connect to the higher power. Open it. Open. Open. Bring it down. Feel the vibrations of the different chakras harmonizing. Connect to the earth. The drain's still clear, ready for all that good to push out anything that don't fit in here. Calm the tornado. See yourself sitting in the middle of the room in the mind palace. Doors of synapse choices. Windows open for opportunities and beauty and wonder, whether you can imagine it or not. And drains, ready to take away anything that just doesn't fit in our world anymore. I like to put my hands into the mudra. It helps me feel centered. Look up mudras. There's a lot of different hand positions that help your body to feel different aspects and ways. It's a whole nother thing. You'll love it. So we're going to take a big old curtain and draw it across all of it. White shiny curtain like they'd have at a movie theater. Big old IMAX 3D. I'm going to turn on the projector over here. And we're going to see our ideal. And it's okay for your idea to be your ideal. I don't want a limousine. I don't care about having a limousine. I don't care about having a butler. I don't care about a lot of that stuff. I want a comfortable home that fits my family. A nice one. So start filling in the pieces from the ground up. Location. Where is it? And even if it's a couple, that's all right. Because they probably have a couple things in common, which makes them a wonderful place for you. Now, fill in just the bare bones, a little bit, what they call civil engineering, where there's ups and downs, curves, rolls, hills, flat. Let it fill up the amount of space that you feel is the right amount of space for your adventure, your home, your reality, your work, whichever you are visualizing, your relationship. Now put the buildings, trees, rocks, put the pathways, grass, sand. Now put the smells. Smell it. And make it smell good. This is something you want. Make it smell wonderful to you. Now put in the weather. Now put in the people. Now put in the emotion. And now interact with it. Walk through it, talk through it, breathe, engage. Go to a class. Cuddle with someone you love. Listen to a laugh. And you sit there for a couple of minutes and just walk through and engage with it. And then at the end, you say, thank you for this beautiful reality. Feel your chakras, connect, balance, get that good pineal flow of head to tail. Connect to the earth. Hold on to that feeling when you open your eyes. carry it as long as you possibly can. Creative, effective visualization. Namaste.